Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 8 of Animal Crossing New Horizons Let's Plays. And my island is kind of in a place now where island development is really big on my mind and kind of planning out the layout and dreaming all that up. And I don't want to get too far into the planning process and kind of neglect the slice of life, slow playing kind of coziness of the game. And so I did jot some stuff down because I am a planner at heart, and so it's only natural for me to plan some things out, but this is by no means a to-do list or something that needs to be done. I anticipate that there will be changes when I start terraforming and moving houses around, but I just kind of wanted to share with you before we start playing what my dreams are for this island. And so let's just scroll on past to layout plans. Okay, so this is kind of what I've mocked up so far. This is not exhaustive by any means. I think the only thing that's going to be absolutely certain is the villager homes, and so this villager home still needs to be moved. I actually believe these ones are set. This guy needs to be moved as well. She's in the right spot, and then I also need to move the campsite, but beyond that, everything else is in its spot. I have started pathing most of this area here and then also this back here. I have this bridge put down, and then I have a couple other bridges planned, but I have not put those down yet, and there actually needs to be some waterscaping in order for that to happen. And then a couple of design ideas that I had that I'm pretty sure will be kept in no matter what. I will zoom in a little bit too so we can see better. This is going to be an orchard. I finally have all of the fruits. I visited my cousin's island a little bit ago and she had most of the fruits available. And then I think also my friend had the ones that I was missing too. So I was able to get all of those, and I really want to have an orchard so I can make money and have a structured area for fruit trees, but I will probably also have them sprinkled throughout the island too, just to make it look more natural. And then these pink little rectangles, I'm thinking of just having these flower beds kind of lining the cliff area above the houses, and just so there's a structured area for flowers, but I definitely am also going to have them just throughout the town too. So that's not going to be the only place where we see them, but I also really want to have a 5-star island, and you have to have a ton of flowers for that. And so I kind of wanted to do something fun and also maybe display some hybrid flowers, the ones that are rarer, prettier, all that. And so, another thing that I also did that I didn't remember until just now is I did take this cliff off from the secret beach area, and now I actually have money trees here, and so I can continue to pick those up and plant them because that's a fun daily activity that I don't want to get rid of. And I don't really like to have the money trees out in the city area just because, I don't know, I just didn't want to. And so I thought it'd be a fun idea to put them back here where Red comes and visits because he's very motivated by money, so it feels natural. And then I will probably have an incline back here by the orchard too. I may end up moving that depending on how all the terraforming goes in that area, but there will probably be one at some point. Let's see. Is there anything else? I didn't want to do too much terraforming and waterscaping all at once or too soon, because I've noticed in the past I would start to feel like maybe my island is not the same anymore. I would almost not recognize it in a way, and so I wanted the changes to be somewhat slow and somewhat gradual. And I want to pace myself a little bit. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good so far. I just don't want to get too ahead of myself. Oh, and one more thing that I wanted to add. This area in front of resident services, this area is already fully fleshed out. It's crazy how much has happened since I last recorded. There's been a lot of gameplay behind the scenes, but this is now a community garden. That was kind of my plan. As soon as I saw this map, for some reason, I was like, oh my gosh, I could do a community garden. Since it's not completely aligned with the what's it called? The airport. I wanted to still have some kind of entrance to it, but it didn't have to feel so central since it wasn't all lined up perfectly. And I really, really love this area because crops are a great way to make money. I love the crops in this game. I love that they added that. It's good for cooking and it's good for making bells. And it's just a really cute concept as well. Just having a little community garden where anyone can come and water or pick some crops up for their own dishes. But yeah, so that's my layout plans, all very much subject to change. Maybe even the house placements, that's probably the least subject to change. But let's go on to the villagers. So before I scroll down, I didn't really have any villagers set. I was kind of of the mindset of maybe ones that I wasn't having forever. I was going to just let them come and go as they please, and then maybe a few that I really built bonds with, I was going to keep them forever. But then I don't know what happened. I just had a change of heart a little bit, and I was like, I want to do an all one species island. I've never done that before, but this is probably my favorite species in the game. There, pretty much any villager in this species is amazing in my opinion, and so we are going to be doing an all deer island. And there are 12 deer. There's only 10 spots, so we obviously had to eliminate 2 of them. So for my first page of villagers, we're going to have Bam, who is a jock type. We're going to have Bo, who is lazy, Bruce, who is cranky, Chelsea, who is normal. She's a Sanrio character, so that's going to be fun. Diana, who is snooty, and we actually have her on the island right now. I got her naturally from a villager hunt, I believe. Yeah. And then we have Fauna, who is normal, Fuchsia, who is a sisterly or big sister, Lopez, who is a smug, Shino, who is peppy, and then Zell, who is smug, who I actually just scanned in for the final time, and so he should be coming onto the island, I believe, tomorrow. We will be seeing a villager packing his boxes and bags today. But yeah, I like to have at least one of every type, and because there's 8 types. There was going to be 2 types that had an extra. And so for this, it's going to be the normals, which is Fauna. And then we have Chelsea, who is also a normal. And then let's remember, who's the other? Oh yes, it's down here. Lopez is a smug, and then Zell is a smug. And so the 2 that I said no to were Eric, who is a lazy as well with Bo. I love Eric, but they have the same hobby and personality type, and I've had them both at one point, and they're very, very similar, and I don't love how that happens because it just feels less natural. And so we are just doing one of those. So that was not a fun decision, but it had to happen. The other villager is Deirdre, who is another sisterly, and those aren't really my favorite personality types out of all of them. And I've actually had Deirdre before, but I don't believe I've ever had Fuchsia, or if I had, it was very short-lived. And I know Deirdre is also, her house is very fall themed, and I'll probably end up redecorating all of their houses over time when I complete Happy Home Paradise. But I don't know, I just wanted Fuchsia because she was different. I don't remember having her very much, and so I thought that would be really fun to switch it up. And then I created a little page for inspiration that I kind of wanted to show you how I plan on decorating my island. I definitely want it to be kind of normcore, simplecore, or simple. I don't even know if simplecore is a thing. It's probably normcore. But this is the inspiration for the orchard here. Is I'll probably have trees lined like this. I plan on having several spaces in between. I'm not sure how many spaces they have here, but I want there to be plenty of room and for it to not be too crowded. And then maybe I'll make myself some little signs. I think it could be fun to have a little kind of design session. I have no problem downloading codes at all, but when you design them yourself, there's more of a story behind them, and I feel like I take a little bit more pride in putting them on the island. So I think I want to try that. And then this image down here, I took specifically to emphasize the seating area along the paths. I really love this detail. It's fun to see the villagers interact with it. We can interact with it, and it feels very normal, and it feels very kind of suburban like, and not too busy, not too city like. But I also really love just the straight pathing and using the pathing from the regular in-game pathing. That's what it is. And then maybe having some of the layering of the bushes and the fencing. This one is a little bit busier than I would probably do it, but I did like this inspiration specifically for the walkway and the seating areas with that. And then over to trying to move this. Whoops. Okay. Down here are flowers with dirt patches. I want to have a lot of these lined up around pathing in random areas. I really love putting the dirt under the flowers. Maybe in some like more wild areas I might not do that, and they'll be just a bit more scattered and a bit more natural, but I also really want the structured flowers in certain areas and most likely lining paths. And then this picture up at the top, I just really liked everything about this. I liked that there was a little bit of everything sprinkled in here. So you got some in-game pathing, you have a nice incline, you have multiple fence types as well, and then you have trees, different kinds, and you also have flowers and a couple of items, but not too many. So I just really liked this as an overall just inspiration for, I sometimes like to complicate things or make it more cluttered, and then I'm like, this is so much, and I'm like, where did I go wrong? And so I'm trying to find images with very simple layouts, because sometimes I'm like, oh, this doesn't feel balanced, I need to add more here. But I want to get away from that just a little bit, because I end up feeling very kind of cluttered when there's too much going on and things don't feel as intentional, and they have less of a purpose. But when you have less things, you can focus on those items, and they just seem to have a lot more livelihood to them, I guess. Okay, and then over here, we have this. This is an example area of how maybe the villagers' houses will look. So maybe just a couple items out in the front, some layering with fences and bushes and a little path, but nothing too complicated. Maybe some trees surrounding it. I don't want to add too many items out in front of the houses. I have done that before, and again, it just feels a little too busy, just not cohesive for my brain, for at least the island that I want to be existing on. I love the look in some other areas, but for this island, we're not going to do that, because this is a forever island and I can do all the crazy designing that I want on the Slumber Islands. And then this last area here was the concept of using either bushes as fencing, like mixing bushes with fencing. In this case, this is actually hedges, which are kind of a form of fencing, but there's some bushes back here. I really love mixing fencing and bushes. It feels very natural, and it helps break up those long fencing lines, which I think sometimes for me feels a little bit exhaustive. And I also like that there is multi-pathing here, multi-in-game pathing, which I think is really underrated. We also have some flowers with some dirt. So this one has multiple things. And then also you can see back in the corner, there's Able Sisters, and then there's also like the garden wagon. And so it shows that there's a couple items in front of each building, but again, not too many. But yeah, that's what I have for inspiration. And I'm very excited to get working on this, not focusing too much on design, doing a little bit every single day, I think is the plan, but also making sure that we complete the dailies, we talk to villagers. We're going to be scanning in a lot of villagers, so that's going to be really exciting. And also just continuing to learn DIYs, gather items, continue designing our home, which is something I definitely need to do. My home is ready for a good old refresh, because I now have the upstairs and the basement, but that is my plan and my dreams for this island as of now. And yeah, it'll be fun to go on this journey with you. So let's get into the game. Okay, so I wanted to share my drink. It is a frozen coffee blended with ice cream from a boba shop in town. and it is so delicious. I normally get 80% sweetness, but this time it was 100%, so it's very sweet and it's very much like a treat, but I'm not complaining about that. Okay, let's check the mail from O'Hare. Alex, you want to know how to write a great letter to a friend? Just be straightforward. Tell them all the things you like about them that would be too awkward to say in real life. You're welcome. Your mentor, O'Hare. That is a smug personality, all right. Okay, so one of the first things that I like to do every day is go to the Able shop first. It's pretty close to my house, which is convenient, and I like to make sure that there is nothing new that I don't want to try on or wear for the day. Hey there, welcome to Able Sisters, where we sell fashions made lovingly by Claw. It's sort of silly since I'm inside the shop all day, but sunny weather helps me work faster. Or maybe it's just that I'm making shorter sleeves. I actually feel that way too. Even though I work at a desk on a computer for most of the day, the sunny weather does make a difference. You know, windows, that makes sense, right? Okay, so I have a lot of clothes already, honestly. So I really do not anticipate picking up anything. Okay, those are so cute though. I really love those pants. I bet I could find, oh wait, I already thought of something that this would go with, so I'm gonna get it. Hats, I'm all right. Glasses, I'm all right. Same with socks, and then same with shoes. And then I don't want to wear what I picked out. I really love those pants, but I actually just put this outfit on last night, and I really like it because it's very much like kind of, what's the word? Kind of like workshop-y, since I'm doing a lot of like island design. So I'm actually going to keep this one on. And before we do any other dailies on the island, I'm gonna go to Harv's because I haven't checked out the shops all week, and so I want to make sure that I don't miss these things before they're gone. Hey, welcome to your one and only gateway to the skies, the Bloom Isle Airport. How can I help you out today? I want to fly. Roger. So just to get the paperwork all official, where do you want to go? I want to visit Harv's. Yes. Roger that, good buddy. Oh, the good buddy's so cute. I am all ready. Let's get you airborne. I have plenty of bells in my pocket currently, although they do have an ABD, so I could deposit some. I don't have very much in my savings right now. I've been paying off my house loans. I'm so excited for 3.0. It's going to be so good to multi-craft and to have new content and to work towards something like the hotel and to have little daily tasks like the DIY things. I'm very excited for that. Ah, this music is so good. Okay. I kind of forgot who all Okay, I couldn't remember. Yes, so technically the only shops I have unlocked right now are Leaf and Red. I'm gonna see if Leaf is selling any pumpkins because I really want to try to get like 3 of each color variant. So there's orange, green, yellow, and white, and I only have orange and green so far. Okay, so he's not selling any currently. Oh, I love the hibiscus flowers. I don't think I actually have any of these. I'm gonna have to buy some. I'm really happy that I checked here because I love those flowers, especially the yellow hibiscus. Oh, they're so pretty. And even when they're not in bloom too, like that kind of bush, so good. One of my favorite things that I've been doing while I've been playing this game, because I feel like I've kind of been, not speed running it by any means, but maybe just kind of cutting corners a little bit instead of like fully taking in everything. I have not been pressing B when dialogue is happening, and instead I've been just like watching their little animations as they speak, since we usually know what they're gonna say. And it's been really cute because you can just see like an additional layer of their personality. And it just makes it all that more enjoyable and engaging. You know, like all those little question marks, seeing it pop up. And a lot of the times they will have like, you know, several little reactions, like his little wave goodbye. Do I want 5 more? I'm sorry. He doesn't care. He doesn't mind. Okay. And I have all of the crops, which I don't think I mentioned. And so I won't need to be buying any carrots or tomatoes. Although, I mean, I could eventually put in more crop areas. Who knows? Maybe I will. Just to like make more money. You can never have too many bells in this game, I feel. Especially when you're playing naturally. So, you know, because you need to unlock all these shops. You need to pay off all your loans. There are items that are very expensive sometimes. Okay, so here's what we're doing. This one, this Mona Lisa one, already looks wrong to me. I think the eyebrows are too much. This one I have no clue. So we are going to take a closer look. And I'm going to take my best guess, but ultimately I am going to consult my app because I don't want to buy a bunch of fake art because a lot of the times I really have no clue. Okay, I wouldn't have any reason to believe that this is fake or real. So we're going to consult the good old app. So it does have a fake, and I'm not going to say it in case you don't want the spoiler. Okay. Okay. I believe this to be genuine. So I'm pretty sure the other one is fake. Maybe I'll take a closer look tomorrow or Sunday. It's extremely detailed, brilliant stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna take it, Red. I won't regret this. 'Cause it is the real deal. Been a pleasure doing business with you, cousin. I'll get your art packed up and shipped out tomorrow. I'm gonna do a couple raffles too. I really want to get the pocketbook. I think that is such a cute handheld item. I get a lot of ice cream cones and canned teas and things. Grass green folding fan. That's new. I'll take it. You're on a roll. I'm gonna do another. Let's see. Lucky number 7. Here's a strawberry cone for the big winner. Okay. I'm legally obligated to warn you that there are no refunds if you trip and drop that. Watch your step. Let's do one more. Excellent. Wonderful. What'll it be? What'll you win? Outstanding. Yay! Got a pocket magazine. I don't know if there's a different one too, or if that's the only like pocket book. I don't care though, because that's what I really, really wanted. I'm so excited. So cute. Can I favorite here? Ah, so cool. I love to put different items as my favorites and not just tools, because freaking look at that. Oh my gosh. And you can flip the page. Oh my word. And I don't think that it can be like used up, so I'm so excited about that. So precious. Trainwreck Creme Brulee is reporting Tango Taekwondo. Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to say any of that because that was a lot. I am ready to go. So we're going to work now so I can pick up the DIY that I will find on the beach, and then also the, what's it called? The cooking recipe from our restaurant. And then we will head back to the island. Hey, good to see you. You should say hi to Lottie when you can. Oh, Chevra, or Chevre. I'm not sure how to say it, but she's a very cute villager. Okay, let's see. Here's a secret, and I secreted it. I did a DIY and got the stuff wrong, so I made this on accident. Man, I tell ya, I'm all accidents today. It's real easy. My head was stuck in my shirt, and I still did the DIY. Share the recipe with folks. Captain Claude T. Crafter. Bet Claude is a lazy. That sounded like a lazy. A round vine rug. Let's see what that looks like. I love it. Oh my word, I remember this item. Yes. Oh, that is so good. That is so good, actually. So we're gonna do one more thing after we pick up this cooking recipe. But let's go ahead and do that first. Thank you for deciding to visit Bloom Plate. Oh, Ward Jr. Oh, and Maggie. I think Maggie, I've done hers, but Ward Jr. I think is new. There are some good villagers today to do some designing for. I wonder how it would taste if I use some of that. Sorry, just thinking out loud. What's on your mind? I was just remembering how to make something I used to have when I was little. Pound cake. In fact, I was just writing up the recipe. Want to learn to make a true Caesar family classic? Sounds great. You got it, kiddo. Here, take this. Just stick to the recipe and you can't go wrong, Highness. Enjoy. Thanks. Let's go ahead and learn that. I want to see what that looks like. Yum. Okay. Let's see. Very cute. I actually need to make myself some sugar and I think also some flour. That could be fun to do today. I feel like one of these days I just want to go on a cooking spree and just use all my ingredients that I have. Okay, so that thing that I wanted to do before we head back. I want to check and see in my storage how much vines and glowing moss I have, because depending on the amount, I might go pick some up real quick. I think ooh, you know, I might not have this guy. Yeah, we'll take that. Let's actually check and see though. Now that I have that, I'm curious if it will show. So a metal and wood table, I bet I don't have the chair version. And if I'm gonna have the table, I would like at least one of the chairs. So let's check in with Wardell. Hi. Can I order something? We're gonna go all the way down. I figure it will have a similar name. It does. And we will get the version that I have. Oh, that's so cheap for 630 pokey. Okay, I'll take that. We'll do 2. I actually just saw this modern office chair. Oh, never mind. I was thinking maybe I can make a little office in my house. That's not the chair that I'm looking for though. So we're not gonna do that. Okay. One of the coolest things about this game is that you can change your look and you can change your outfit, your uniform, and go into your storage on the Happy Home Paradise Island. I love that. Okay, so we'll say get something out so we can look at our storage. Let's see. Okay, so I have 15 vine, 28 glowing moss. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna catch. We are going to collect 12 glowing moss, so we have an even 40. And then we're going to probably grab as many vines as we can. I would really love to grab 10. I don't know if there will be 10. We'll see what we can find. I did also recently upgrade to a Switch 2, so if the visuals are a little bit different, or if they need some adjusting, I do apologize because There is a slight learning curve since the output is a little bit different, but it will be great to have for when 3.0 comes out, because I would love to use the microphone. I'm actually really pumped for that. And I do appreciate the slower loading times, I must say. Okay. It's always funny to me, the villager that's just standing here, like looking inside the restaurant, like peeking in, like almost as if they're not allowed or something. It's really funny to me. Okay, so we have 5 vines right now. Oh, we'll totally have enough. I think we're actually going to, we might just grab them all, because I know I'm going to be making one of those, that vine rug, like almost right away. So we're just going to grab them all. Grab that. Grab one glowing moss here. This hidden vine. Okay, yeah, and I grabbed all these. Oh, look at that little baby coconut tree. How cute. How many do I have? I have 9. Okay. Is there any glowing vines over here? I don't think so. So I had 5 vines. Now we have 15. 16. Okay. And then we'll go up here, make sure we're not missing anything else. I love all the ruined stuff. Okay, and then we are all good. We gathered everything that we need. Okay. So now we can head back to the island. I want to go back. Yes, to home. To home. Okie dokie. I'm trying to decide if I want to do full-on dailies or maybe just like a few things as we come by them. Okay, you know what? First things first. We're gonna drop off what's in my pockets, clean those up a little bit. Oops, not to favorite. We're gonna put that in storage for now. Oh, you know what? I'm funny because I am gonna actually need that, but that's okay. Switch that over. Okay, and I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do, and I'm gonna make some sugar. And I think some flour, because I think I only have 1 flour thing. So let's double check on that. I might have no, oh wait, there we go. Oh, so I do have 1 flour and no sugar. So we're gonna make some flour and sugar. So then when I want to make more cooking recipes in the future, I can. Oh wow, look at that little detail in the back of like kind of the smoke on the kitchen, the stonework kitchen. That's really cute. I never noticed that. Okay. I forget there's different kinds of sugars and flours. Okay. So, okay. We're gonna just use them all. Look what I made, some flour. Continue prepping. And then we're gonna do some whole wheat flour. I have my little gyroid buddy. He's my little kitchen pal. I really like my kitchen, but I do think it's time for a refresh because it's been like that for a few weeks now. It's a little bit fall-y, which there is no problem with that. But I just think I want a little change. Okay. Perfect. Yay! I am all stocked up. Let's check this. What are Nook Miles? Oh, cool. Cook up a storm. So one of my dailies for a while was completing these Nookma multipliers. I don't really do that regularly anymore, but if it happens naturally, that's cool too. Gathering ingredients and creating delicious treats is great fun, is it not? Yes, yes, I do believe our chefs out there deserve miles for all the time they've prepared something delicious. Yeah, I haven't cooked a ton yet. I was hoping maybe in this game, making food would be more profitable and beneficial, so there was more of a reason. But I think it's like actually the same things cost the same if you were to make it. Oh, let's say hi to Lolly. She's one that I'm gonna miss a lot. Ah, Alex, how are things, sweet star? I want to chat. I wonder what my parents are up to. I should probably give them a call. I'm sure we all feel that way sometimes, Lolly. It's okay, life gets busy sometimes. It is nice when you can check in. So we're just gonna water our crops, because crops, man, they just make so much money. You can't deny it. So I try to maximize as much, like how much I get. I can't remember if I watered them last night. I know that I harvested last night, and I think sometimes when I harvest, I forget you want to water that day as well to get as many plants sprouting as possible, I guess. I guess this is also maybe the first time that we're walking through the community garden. But yeah, I pretty much have it centered with resident services, and in the middle I have a gyroid area, which is great because you need to water them whenever you have some gyroids. So it just felt very fitting to put it here. Plus it also kept things balanced, which was a big goal of mine with this. I think I actually missed these two back ones that I did. So we need to water those. Okay. And I had these hyacinths here, well, because I love hyacinths, but mainly because I got the Garden Wagon DIY recipe early on, and that requires white hyacinths, yellow roses, and red cosmos, I believe. And white hyacinths were the only things I was missing. Okay, so let's place this. And actually, before we go ahead and do dailies, there is one big thing that I wanted to do. Well, actually, I lied. There's two. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to check that open plot and make sure that the person that we expect is going to be there. Because I'm really sad. I didn't get to say goodbye to Frank because I thought I would see him today. So that's sad. Yeah, so, okay. Look at her. Look at Diana observing those weeds. Well, if it isn't Alex, what's the latest? The island breeze is quite lovely today, don't you think? It feels as if it might carry my cares away with it. Ah, isn't she just so precious? Ooh, let's carry my pocket magazine so we can walk around cute. So this is obviously a very much work in progress over here. Although I think pretty much all I'm going to do is just reconnect that river to the river bend. Okay, so the thing that I wanted to make sure that we did outside of our dailies is to scan in another Amiibo. Because I want to be ready for when the next villager wants to leave, or we can kind of escalate the process. Okay, we're going to check Nook Miles first. have both of those fences, I think. I'm gonna double check on this one. Okay, I do. And then we can check Nook Shopping too. We're here. Tank. All right. I don't think I need a tank at this time. KK Parade. Do I have that one? I like to collect all the KK songs. I do not have KK Parade, which is awesome. My collection is starting to get big, so I'm finding a lot of duplicates. Okay, so we're going to invite a camper. I do want to use an Amiibo. Yay! That's Chelsea's Amiibo. Would you like to invite her to the campsite? Yes. This is my little Amiibo. This is Chelsea. What's on your mind, Pound Cake? That's funny. Oh wow, you're inviting me to stay at the Bloom Isle campsite? I'd love to. Thanks so much. I'll head over as soon as I can pack a bag, Pound Cake. Aw, she's cute. She is so cute. Okay. So let's head over to the campsite. Mira is visiting our visitor. That's very nice. Thanks for the invitation. Seems like a great place to camp, Pound Cake. It'd be great to take home a log bench. Anyway, just an idea I had. I can do that for you. Oh wow, you'd do that for me? I hate to push my luck here, but I am leaving the island in the morning. Sorry to put a time limit on your generous offer like this. That is okay. I'm happy to do it for you. Oh, I love that little wave. It's like that gentle, almost like shy wave. It's so cute. I think I want to build some pathing, some subtle pathing to that. Oh wait, no. I was going to say I should build some subtle pathing to that campsite, but we're moving the campsite. So that would be kind of pointless. Okay, so I don't have any materials with me. So we need to go inside, although eventually this will not be an issue because we can craft straight from our storage. Crazy, the world that we're going to live in. Okay, so log bench, I think it needs hardwood. Yeah. We do also have one in storage, but honestly, let's just make one. I have a lot of hardwood, so I'm totally happy to be using it on a project like this. And I'm just going to get all that I need and then just leave because I don't really want any villagers to come visit me in my home right now. We have some things to do. Yeah, let's craft. Log bench. I made a log bench. All done for now. Okay. And I think I've actually decided I don't think I'm going to really be focusing on my dailies for right now. I think what I want to focus on is working on island development because I just have some plans and I can always go back and do the dailies later. Oh, now she's eating a donut. Did you make me the log bench? All ready for you. I love the idea of bringing home a log bench made here. You're the best. Aw, I'm so excited. As thanks, I want you to have some simple sunglasses. I don't know what those look like. We'll have to try them on. I can't take any more home now, but I do want to collect more Bloom Isle souvenirs. I'll be leaving tomorrow, but I feel like I'm falling in love with this place and the folks that live here. In case you ever feel the urge to invite me to the camp here again, this is me encouraging you. We have heard your hint. Oh, okay. I probably won't keep those because the orange is Probably not my color, but those actually aren't bad sunglasses. I'm kind of picky about sunglasses in real life. I don't wear them very often. Okay, so this is funny because I'm noticing here, so this house here, I was thinking of aligning it with this house over here. I do not think they're aligned. If we look at the map, they definitely do not look aligned, although I will say they don't really look that off-center when you do it, when you look at them like this. Like, at all. So that's very interesting. But they totally are, right? I mean, they are, but you can hardly tell. So, I'm just planning out right now. I think I may have I thought I had miscounted, but I forgot I have a house on the beach. I was about to say, I only have one house left to move. No. Yes, Pashmina. Oh, yeah, because Boomer, we said goodbye to Boomer. I was going to keep him permanently, but then when I think I decided, oh, I'll probably switch up the villagers, he had asked to leave, and so I was like, all right, I won't keep you captive. Okay, so let's think. I think we will move Pashmina's house today right next to this house that we are at. And I think, yes, I think I want to put it maybe one space over. So first, let's dig up these cosmos because I don't want to lose them, I don't think. And I've been planting all of my excess flowers on the beach because when Rossetti comes with his cleanup service, you can choose just the beach. That's my plan here. The question is, will I have enough storage? We will find out. Because right now I'm at, I think, 1,600, but I have kind of a lot of items in storage, so maybe I will try to place some around. I just haven't really gotten to that portion yet, but you know what? It's all gonna happen in time. And I want to make the island still feel very fun and livable while we are somewhat in a construction phase. And so I'm kind of trying to find the balance between the two. Honestly, that's my goal right now. It's trying to make it still very livable and fun to be in. Okay, I like to set down some pathing of where the house is going to be just to make sure I get it in the right spot. I even did that with the house yesterday, right over here. Clearly that didn't totally work, so it's not a foolproof plan. But it's my best shot. All right, so now we are going to request to move the house and go to resident services. Hello, this is the construction consultation counter. How can I help you? Let's talk infrastructure. Let's chat. There are a number of things we can discuss, but what did you have in mind? I want layout changes. And which building did you want to move? An island home. Who should we talk to? Pashmina, please. Pashmina? Understood. The construction cost will run you 10,000 bells. Should we talk to Pashmina about this now? Yes, let's do it. Very good. Let's ask Pashmina what she thinks of the idea. Wait just a moment while I contact her. And while that is happening, I also want to pull up my map to see where I had an idea of all the buildings. Again, just to get a concept. Do you want to move where I think you should move? Yeah, sure, I'm in. I was just thinking it was time for a shakeup. Point the way, kidders. I like Pashmina a lot. I have had her before, so, you know, that was also some justification for me to think about doing maybe different villagers and a different species in general. Well, since that matter of moving is now settled, I'll take that construction fee now. Next, I'd like you to pick out a new spot for Pashmina's home. You'll find a moving kit in your pockets. Use it to place her home wherever you'd like it to go. Okay. I was just looking to see if the original bridge that I had put on this island, if I was going to tear it down. It looks like I had an idea of tearing it down, but I feel that that bridge may end up becoming useful to me, so I don't want to tear it down just yet. That was kind of what I was debating. Okay. So I broke my slingshot. I should really get another one. Let's place this house down first. Beautiful. Let's just imagine it really quick. Is that lined up? It almost looks like it's not lined up with this house. It is so hard to tell. Ugh. Oh man. Okay, let's do a little experiment here. Okay. So that looks like it. We're gonna move it even closer. We're gonna do it even closer to like maybe put them right next to each other just so I can get a visual here. Okay. Okay, yes, let's look at it this way. Those don't totally look lined up. Am I crazy? You know what's really cute though are those two houses next to each other. They look so similar, but they have that difference in the door and a couple different color variations like in the roof, so it's really cute. No, that's right. That is right. I'm looking at it and I'm like, yes, that is right. Okay. Gotta move one more over. Perfect. That is the spot. We love to see it. I've picked a new place for Pashmina's home. I sure hope she likes it. Okay, woo, I'm excited. Sometimes just doing all this island development really is so much fun. So, okay, so we have the house down. Before I forget, because I am silly and I just like to have it, I'm going to get a slingshot. Because with all of this island development that we're going to do, I just know we're going to be seeing some balloons come by. And so I want to make sure that I'm ready for them because there's lots of good stuff. Plus, this gives us an opportunity to look at the shop items. Okay, I really love this cart. Are you kidding? Utility wagon, so cute. Now, how cute would that be? Right beside not resident services, right on the side of this shop. You know, with maybe some boxes. Oh, that's cute. Okay, let's get this clock. I don't know if I have this cataloged yet, so we're gonna get it. I am thinking about cataloging, but I also am not trying to just get items that I know I wouldn't really decorate with. Although I shouldn't think too much like that because I am going to be decorating with my friends and cousin, so who knows if they'll want to use something. I'm trying to also look to see if I already have a sewing kit. It's very cute. Sewing machine. Sturdy sewing box. I don't know what it would be called. Ooh. Oh, that was a scrapbook. We're just going to do it this way because I don't know what the item is called. I'm looking at some of these and I'm like, wait, I forgot all the items that I have. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun to decorate. Like right now we're kind of in like the designing phase, you know, like getting the plots all ready and getting the landscape in its form. And so it's going to be even more fun to put down all these items. Honestly, they all... Okay, so I do not have the sewing kit, by the way, so I'm going to get that. But they all have their own little places, you know, all their own times. Okay. We're going to buy that because it's very cute. And then let's check in here. Oh, slingshot. I almost forgot. I seriously did. I don't actually think you get any more shots out of the regular versus like the more premium one, but I am gonna check right now because I don't want to be wrong about that. So go to tool. So the regular one has 20 uses. Let's check the outdoorsy one. 20 uses. Okay. So I'm not going to pay more just for the appearance, at least not for this. Okay. I don't know. Ooh, I definitely do not have that flooring and I want it. And I don't think I have this pretty blue flooring either. I also feel like I don't have that black brick. Are we just gonna buy it? We're just gonna buy it. Okay. We can make more money later. And I don't know if I have that, but again, we're just gonna buy it. See, this is my problem with me getting my storage all stocked up. Wait, that cafe wall, I actually don't think I have that either. Let me check. We have to check. I think it's called cafe wall. It might be white. Yeah. Oh, I definitely don't have that. No, I don't. Okay, we're doing it. We need to buy it. If I end up finding that I have duplicates or triplets, I will end up selling them. So, you know, that's the good thing is you can always clean out your storage a bit if you need to. So we can always do that. We can manage it for sure. Yay. Okay, we got some good stuff. And the chandelier is very pretty, but it's very expensive. I think I might have gotten one with some pokey. And if not, I probably would buy it with pokey because, again, very, very pricey. And the bells need to be maybe used for some other things. All right, we're going to place the cosmos here. Also, there's that little shooting star. There was shooting stars last night, so I tried to catch a lot. I also forgot to sell those glasses. I knew I was forgetting something. All right, we're going to learn this fence DIY that I caught in a balloon off the recording while I was trying to figure some tech stuff out. We're going to put this away. And then it's very difficult for me to continue my designing process when my pockets are full. So we're just going to clean them up a little bit. But there's no rush. We have all the time in the world. So, and I love walking through this community garden. I'm going to decorate it with some things like over on these sides, these little side corners, just to make it feel more enveloped and like its own area. I'm thinking a windmill, or I could do a silo. Maybe a silo more in the back part of the island. Maybe just because it's a little bit bulkier of an item. I feel like it might look better there. But I could do a windmill, maybe with a bucket. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to add too many items, but maybe a flower or two. This could be really cute. Okay. Clearing pockets, done. See, so quick, but it makes me feel so much better. So I think the next thing I want to do is reconnect that river to the sea, because I had disconnected it because I thought that I was going to be placing 2 houses there, and there were houses there for a while. But now that the houses will not be there for certain, I would like to reconnect it because it's good to have those river mouths for certain fish. And again, I thought it would be nice to keep a lot of the same terraforming on this island because I don't want things to feel too unfamiliar too quickly. So we'll do one more. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I meant to do it here. Yes. I will say it can be, waterscaping can definitely be a challenge, but I will say it can be very satisfying as well. So, and it's also very calming. Like, there is something that is so relaxing about doing the terraforming and waterscaping. It's, you know, maybe a little bit monotonous, but sometimes that's nice. You know, just kind of turning your brain off and letting your mind just go to different places. I may end up adjusting these slightly to be able to accommodate for bridges, but we'll see what we have to do. And I will actually close this one for now, just so I can freely waterscape in here, and then I will carve it out as I walk out. A lot of people are thinking that that new way of terraforming that they previewed on the 3.0 trailer, where they're on the Slumber Islands and they're kind of doing that scooch, a lot of people are thinking that that is going to be a new, maybe it's like an unlockable thing with Nook Miles so you can do it on your main island. I honestly have no clue. I am kind of, part of me is thinking that it's, oops. Part of me is thinking that that's not going to be possible on our main islands. I'm not sure why. I think because I just feel like the Slumber Islands are just kind of on a whole different mechanic. And I think we're all kind of thinking a similar thing in that I think it's kind of like, this is like a tester almost for Nintendo, especially with like the multi-people terraforming. And so that's why I feel like this may not be like a new feature on our main islands. I mean, if it is, that's great. But if it's not, I definitely won't be disappointed because I'm not really expecting it right now. It does look like it would really come in handy and make it a lot more efficient to do waterscaping and terraforming. But honestly, I can't complain too much as of now. Although I bet people who do very elaborate waterscaping and terraforming are probably thinking that they really, really want that. And I can understand that. I just want to clear this new. Okay, and then I wanted to look at my map. I wanted to see how this looked. It looks good for now. I think I will have to adjust for a bridge, but again, that's something we can do at a later time. I'm not sure what bridge I would want to do yet. It depends on the pathing, although I could actually path out. Do we want to do that? Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. I like to have a lot of just like very straight natural pathing. So for this one, I'm trying to decide. I don't think I want this brick one. I mainly have it here in this area because of the resident services and I wanted it to feel somewhat natural. But then over here I have the brick just to kind of be a little bit more, I like the darkness and just to be a little bit more official than just the dirt path, but a lot of the neighborhoods will have dirt paths. So I'm trying to decide which one I want it to be over here. Maybe the brick on one side and then over to the other side it goes to dirt. We're going to try that for now, and the beauty about it is we can always change it later. I'm always thinking these decisions are definitive, but the reality is that's not. We can change this as much as we want. And expecting it to be perfect on the first go is a habit that I need to break for sure, because then it will sometimes stop me from doing things because I'm in an analysis paralysis situation. And in reality, that's not. The game is not about being perfect. It's about creativity and exploring. So, okay, so I'm gonna need this to be even. Let's think about how I want to do that. Okay, I think maybe what I want to do is close this side in a little bit more to keep that. And then I wonder if that will be enough. We will be safe and do less. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open this one up even more. Just to still give it some depth. And then let's think, will that be enough? I honestly don't think it will be. The bridges can be a little bit tricky. So I'm thinking we will probably do something like this. Maybe that could be kind of fun. It's a little bit wonky and a little bit fun. So I think we'll go ahead and do that. And then the question is, what bridge will I want to do? Because I think I want to place it right now and start contributing to it. I don't expect it to be paid off today, unless I maybe earn some bells later on tonight. So I have our very first log bridge, which would be super fun to keep if we can. So we have that bridge. And then over here, we have our second one that leads into this neighborhood. That is just the classic wooden bridge. I like this one a lot. I think it's very simple and I think it's great. And I'm just trying to decide if I would want to try to keep some uniformity in keeping all of the same bridges that I add going forward the same, or if I would like a different one, just depending on the area. And I'm going to see what they're saying. This island's got a ton of cool flowers I've never grown before. I can't wait to get my hands dirty with them. Could you grow a windflower for me? I'm making, Vichyssois, I don't know what that is. And I want a windflower for garnish. Hold up, let me get this straight. You want me to break my back raising a windflower to use as garnish? Well, I'd only need one. No way, every flower is my friend. I'm not just gonna let you serve them next to a... Wait, did you say this dish? Wow, I haven't had that in forever. That sounds delicious. Aw, thanks. And it's all yours for the low price of a single wildflower. Just one wildflower, huh? I mean, I guess that's not so much. Oh, then for dessert I can make chocolate pie. This will be so good, Pashmina. Then we can discuss the windflower potpourri I want your help with. For that, I think I'll need about 92. Woo, girl. Okay, that was such a fun interaction. I have never seen that before. That was between a normal and a sisterly. I don't remember really seeing those personalities interact recently. I'm sure I have seen it one time or another, but that was so funny and so cute. I love seeing them interact. They have really fun, just little side quests that they go on. It just brings the game more to life. I will say, I know that they have sneakily added in dialogue, definitely since 2.0. I know they have done it because I played so much pre 2.0, so much immediately after 2.0, and then I would drop the game and then pick it back up again, and I would get dialogue that I have never seen before. And I am just absolutely certain that they do drop little bits of dialogue into the game. And it's really funny. They actually broke the fourth wall. One of the lazy characters had said something and they broke the fourth wall and it was really funny. I think it was about like a dream that they had. But yeah, try talking to your villagers sometimes if you don't, because they might surprise you with what they say. And it can be very entertaining and just bring a smile to your day, man, which is what I really feel like this game is all about, is just simple stuff, making you happy, making you smile. Okay, let's build a bridge. We have some decisions to make. I can be very indecisive, so let's take a look at the catalog and see what they have. So there's the log bridge. I wouldn't do that one. There's a suspension bridge, which is definitely cute. I really like this, but I don't think I would use it in this case. The stone bridge, I feel, is a strong contender. That was one of the ones that I was thinking may be an alternative. And then there's a wooden bridge. That's one that we currently have. The brick bridge, which could potentially be cute, but since we're kind of heading into a suburban area, I feel like it might be a little too fancy for that. There's the iron bridge, which I have never used and I feel like probably won't have a use case for on this island. There's the red Zen bridge, which similar to the iron bridge, it feels just not totally aligned with the kind of island that I have. And then the Zen bridge, I could potentially see a place, but oh, I don't know actually. See, without the red, with just the regular colors, just the default natural wood, it seems like it could be a fit. So I'm kind of deciding between the Zen bridge. Let's try to think about this in my head. The wooden bridge, the stone bridge. I feel like the wooden bridge is definitely a safe option. I don't think I would. My only thing is I wonder if I would feel that it's like too similar. Let's think. Zen bridge could be a fun little twist. Closing my eyes and trying to envision. The Zen bridge might be just out of my design range, like just for it to feel a little too funky. Let's imagine the stone bridge. So I wasn't really planning on doing the stone pathing, so that's what makes me think this wouldn't be the best fit. I don't think that would be a great fit. Even though I said I wouldn't do the suspension bridge, let's go back to that for a second. No, you know what? I've decided. Wooden bridge it is. And if I am really, really feeling like it is too plain, down the road, we can always change it. I hesitate with making this decision lightly because it costs so many bells, but I plan on playing this game for quite a long time, and the expectation is that this is my forever island. So I'm thinking that I will have made plenty of bells if I end up getting tired of it. And for right now, it's going to be incredibly useful. Well, at least once we save up money for it. Let me imagine it. Let's imagine it here. Oh, perfect. I love it. I think that's a great choice. And I think that would have been my favorite choice. Yay! I picked a spot for a bridge. Let the land connect. Okay, so let's talk to our good friend Lloyd. You're taking donations for this bridge. It's lovely that we have no bells contributed so far, yes. So let's help out. Let me do right now. Oops. Sure, let's start with 8. The plan was to do 80,000. So let's do that again. You know what's funny is I actually did this for the other bridge too. I don't know what's wrong with me when I'm typing it in for the bridges, but I can't get the number right the first time. These controls do feel kind of funny for these numbers. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna donate 80,000. So that should help put a dent in things. Maybe some of the other villagers will help contribute, and then hopefully I will have enough bells soon enough. Okay, so we're making some progress. We placed down a house over there, which, okay, hilariously, that doesn't really look like it's gonna line up. We'll see. So we placed a house down there. We ended up connecting this river and this sea again, and we placed a bridge along with some pathing, which is great. And then maybe what we can do, we definitely need to do some waterscaping, but I think it'd be kind of fun to place down some pathing right now since we have these 3 houses here. We may not do them all, but I do want to at least connect it to Diana's just so we can see this connecting to something else on the island. I really love how this is all coming together, honestly. This is great. Just very neighborhoody feeling. I love it. I'm confused. Where do I want to go? Yeah, how do I want to do this? So I know how I have it done right now is we're doing a nice little oval as like a little entrance for their house, but I'm not sure how I want to lay out the path leading up to it. I also think that I might have gone a little too far. Yeah, I think we're just doing this, I think. That doesn't look quite right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go to one of our other houses that we have and see how we did this. Cause it's been a few minutes apparently, so I'm a little bit confused. And Pajamina is singing her heart out. Okay. Oh, okay. So we did do it all the way, and then it is just gonna be a little offset, and we can kind of choose which way we want it. All right. Cool. Design decisions. I was gonna say, this looks kind of funny. Circle looks a little small. Okay. Whoops. So, and I think we'll probably do it this way, leading up this way. Yes, beautiful. I don't know why that almost looks, It might look a little different because the other house had an item in front of it. So with this looking just maybe almost plain, throwing me off. Okay, but we have this. Let's take a look at how it looks on the map, just so we can say confidently, yeah, this is how it is. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so we have the pathing down for that house. So let's go over here and do a little bit more waterscaping. So I know we're gonna get rid of this little area, this little rectangle, because we are going to create that kind of river waterfall area that leads to the upper levels in a different place. It's going to be in between these two little almost cul-de-sacs. Oh, we gotta move this guy. He's in the way. Oops. I have made some snow boys. But for now, we will let him be as snow. Okay. How's that? I think that's good. It looks maybe a little bit, well, no, that looks fine to me. We can always do little adjustments later. So, I think it would be cool to mark up where we want this next river to come out. So it'll probably be 3. So I'm thinking maybe 1, 2, 3 maybe? Or that's a little bit close to this one. So actually, I take that back. We're gonna close this one. So we're gonna do 1, 2, and then 3. And just so we are clear, these 3, yes. This area, and we can round this off, but it is just going to be these 3. Beautiful. Since we know that these are going to be gone, let's go ahead and chop them down. I will be planting plenty of different kinds of trees later on. And it will be useful to have these materials now as well. So we will do all that good stuff and make sure we have plenty of trees in the future for the island. I actually don't know if that one needs to go. We'll keep that one for now, actually. But we will get rid of, oh my gosh, Mira, hi. Did not know you were right there. This is why it's very nice to clear your pockets in the beginning of doing some designing, because then you can easily pick up all of these items and you don't have to worry about clearing your pockets right away. You can just keep on going. But you never know what you're gonna have to like clean and get up to. Okay. Oh, she's chilling. She's taking a nap. I actually might keep that tree there, honestly. And I think what I'll do so I can immediately create some waterfalls is I will dig up these lilies as well. You know, I wasn't sure how I was feeling about the lilies. I thought maybe I wouldn't have them on my island, but they are really so cute. I think that the white ones especially are just very pretty. And they do somewhat remind me of Lily of the Valleys, which I am obsessed with in this game and in real life. I hope that you guys are enjoying whatever you are doing, whether you are playing along, or maybe you're working, or whatever you have going on. I hope that you are enjoying it and that you are taking some time to just be present in the moment. And I'm just laughing a little bit because I had dug up some water and then replaced land twice in different areas, and I just thought it was funny because I was like, all right. Just undoing and redoing. And I just did it again. You know, if we do get to scooching, I will say it will come in handy in these times. This is fun because this is very different than the kind of gameplay that we've been doing so far. And I do really enjoy these aspects of the game. It's fun to really go back and forth, you know, unless you're very just design heavy in this game. But if you're like me and you also like to play the kind of like slice of life parts of the game, it's really fun to kind of go between the two. You know, like some days you just work on dailies, you just talk to your villagers, you give them gifts, you enjoy all of the dialogue. And then other days it's fun to get fully immersed in the design. And I think that's ultimately one of the things people like about Animal Crossing New Horizons. I know that there can be a lot of criticism around the game, but ultimately, if you play in both ways, there is a lot of hours of content and there's a lot of joy to be had from the game. And I think I'm gonna have to end up breaking this cliff. If it'll let me. Oh, it will. I wasn't sure if it would because of that flower, but that's great. So this one is just a straight line. I don't know if I'll keep it straight. I honestly kind of love it just being straight though. Because of the time of day that I've been playing in, we've heard a lot of different theme songs. This is the third one that we've heard now. And the sunset is just kind of starting to peek through a little bit. It's a pretty time in the game. This is also really good music. I've honestly come to love the New Horizons soundtrack again. When you were listening to it a lot, like when we were all playing for crazy amounts of time, you know, I think we got burnt out from every aspect of the game, including the music. But after you come back to it and you maybe have a fresh perspective or a new perspective on it, it is very nice. And it's nice that it switches up every hour too, so you don't get too much repetitiveness. And I know a lot of people are saying even now it sounds nostalgic, which is also really sweet. I think that that's something that a lot of people like about the old soundtracks too, is they sound very nostalgic to them. It's funny because I'm essentially just scooching this waterfall and river over slightly. And so it's funny to me. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do the cliffs. Because I just need to move this over just a little bit. And I actually think this is going to have to be flat from what I'm gathering here about the cliffs and waterfalls. Let's see if that will work. I love this work apron for when I am terraforming. I think it is such a perfect little outfit. And I have my little log pack with me. Cute. Move this a little bit closer. Okay. I will say this frozen coffee is incredible. Very delicious. It's always nice to have a fun little snack or drink when you are doing anything, honestly. But I do also have water with me because I feel like I can get pretty dehydrated when I am drinking coffee or just replacing any drink with water. Let's have a little water break. Okay. So I think before I finish the top layer up here, I think I'm going to get rid of the current water and pond situation just because I'm starting to get pretty close to it, and so I think they might overlap one another. So we'll go ahead and say goodbye. You know what? We can just imagine that this is the same one and we're just moving it over. I'm saying that like it has feelings and a personality. But again, sometimes it's change can be hard, even in a game like this, like getting used to the new layout because I've been used to how it's been for so long. Just making little adjustments here and there. And it's gonna make it ultimately feel more homey. That's really the goal. We do have lots of flowers up here. Oh, and there was one other thing that I forgot to mention in my layout plans. I'll go ahead and show my map too. I plan on kind of keeping a natural wild foresty area over on the top right where my cliffs are. I don't really plan on touching that very much. The expectation is that the rivers will stay in the same place, the cliffs will stay in the same place. Obviously that house is moving, but a lot of that area is just going to remain as it is now. I might get rid of some of the flowers or just add more variety of flowers so then it feels even more wild. But the goal of that is just to kind of maintain some of that deserted island feeling and then also have a nice place to collect resources and certain bugs, maybe from stumps or certain trees, because I might not have as easy access to the ones around the neighborhood and I might not want to take from those either. So that was another thing that I forgot to mention. There is a full plan to do that. That one is definitely going to happen. I don't think that is one thing that's going to change. Like I said, a lot of my ideas might be subject to change. I don't think that's one of them. I saw somebody do that and I really, really liked it. I thought it was really nice, and we can maybe have some fencing out in the front to kind of show that it's not blocked off, but just that it's a separated area, something like that. Maybe I can have a section up here where I am breeding flowers. I definitely want a flower breeding or flower propagating area because I want to breed unique and rare variants. And it's not always the prettiest looking to do that. The result is pretty, but it's not always pretty to do it. So I think I might have some of those kind of full deep gardening areas up on the top here as well. But that is definitely up for change, up to potential change. So we'll just see. Okie dokie. So we have, wait, was that it? No. Oh my gosh, wow. That took much quicker than I thought. Okay. So now that we have the main one done, we are going to clean up some of these flowers and trees. So we have plenty of space to build out our river. I'm not totally sure. I want it to be a similar style as it was before. So just kind of like coming out a little bit on the top cliff and a roundish almost pond at the end. So nothing too crazy. But I know I will certainly have to chop down this tree. I'm trying to decide what other trees I'll have to chop. Definitely this one. I don't want to do too many because it's also nice to have the trees surrounded and just that natural element to it. So I don't want to get rid of too many too soon. So we'll start with this and we'll do more if needed. And it's very good that I'm doing this and getting the regular wood especially. I am very lacking on the regular wood. Okay. Doo-doo. Maybe I can curve it now. Okay, I also have my map pulled up over here on my phone just to make sure that I remember the plan. Waterscaping can definitely be, I feel like that's more of an art. It's harder for me because of the squares and things sometimes. Kind of lose my ideas. Okay. So I think what we might do, I kind of like this small what's it called? Fountain? No. Waterfall. Let's jump over here. And then maybe we can do this one right here. And then, well, oh, we do kind of, yeah, we actually do have to do that. Maybe out again. We're just gonna look at the shape first of this and see what we think. So let me go away. Look at the shape. Let's round these out to give me a better idea. I think I am gonna have to dig up this flower actually. This yellow one. Just to round out that corner. Okay, and then let's look at it now. That's kind of cute. Maybe we'll make it a little bit more circular by making this come out a little bit. Oh, that's fun. Okay, yeah, I like that. Oh, wait. On the map, it looks kind of funny. Yeah, I can't do that there because of the tree. Okay. I think actually I want to take that back for now. And redo how I had it. Oops. It's really easy to make mistakes. Okay, there. I think that's how it was. And now, let's go, trying to think of where I want to uncover it so I have a way out. We'll put it here. And then we will just slowly build this pond out. It's fun to see rivers. It's fun to see fish immediately populate in the water that you make. Okay. I think I'm probably gonna want that to be curved. Yes, definitely. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so I think what we have to do, yeah, because this area is so narrow, what we're gonna have to do is recover and then round it out. Yeah. Oh, you know, it'd be pretty to plant some flowers there. And then we'll open this up. Okay, see, I actually really, really like that. Is it big enough for what I want? I feel like do I want it to be a little bigger? I think I maybe do, just a little bit. Maybe asymmetric too, like maybe just have it kind of going a little bit rounder in this area. I think that's what I was planning. So we're going to say farewell to these trees for now. And these flowers. We'll keep that white one. I don't know if we will need to get rid of it. Okay. Oh, the pretty sky and the horizon looks so pretty. Oops. I used to really dislike winter in this game, but honestly now I'm just kind of embracing it. I did start this island close to winter. It was in the fall period, and so, you know, it's just kind of, it's fun to see the seasons change, but I know that when spring comes, I am going to be so excited. So it's definitely something to look forward to, but it's also nice to appreciate the winter right now. I think this time I kind of want to carve out as I go. It's really hard for me to visualize if it's not kind of in its final form. Okay. And then we want to make this section just a little bit bigger. I feel like that's where it would be fun to do, to be a little bit asymmetrical. So just kind of have this river pond area kind of be a little more fun. Okay, so let's look at that on the map now. Okay, so I think I know what I want to do. I think the bottom left of that corner looks a little full. I think I want it to slim out a little bit. Okay, and then what we can do is maybe do that, curve it like that. There's a lot of experimenting with the waterscaping. I feel like with the terraforming it's not as experimental, but with the waterscaping it is, because you don't quite know how it's going to turn out until you get there. The only thing that looks kind of funny to me now is how small this entrance is, so maybe we will break this. So let's open that one more time. That looks pretty good for me. It's not as maybe like kind of lopsided as I was thinking. Let me see, is there a way that we can remedy that though? Because I kind of want to. I kind of wanted it to be like extra lopsided. Maybe if we do like this. Ooh, see, I think that helped. That helped a lot. Just those little changes make all the difference. Okay. And then I think for one last thing that I want to do, or I want to try, is over in this corner here, things look a little bulky. So I want to try maybe, I'm sorry fish, I want to maybe close it off a little bit more. just to give it a little bit more character and a little bit more interest. Okay, I think I like that. I don't think there's a way to make this any softer. That was kind of my only thing that I was thinking that might be better. I don't think so. I think for now, we're gonna leave it as is, because sometimes having a fresh eye on it will help. I say that and then I go back. Okay, I just wanted to check one more time. I wanted to see, do I want to make this a little more subtle? No. No. We like it a little bit more dramatic in this case. Whoops. So in my island layout, I kind of had a plan to maybe have a small little waterfall coming off this side, and then a little pond down here to kind of be almost like a water source coming from this river and this waterfall for the orchard. But I think I'm going to leave that for now because I don't know for sure how everything is going to plot out, I guess, for especially the orchard. But I will say for this area, what I am going to make, because this is kind of in a more wild part of the island, this one is actually going to have, oops, this one's actually going to have a natural land bridge. I really love having land bridges, but sometimes having so many, it does make the island feel maybe not as finished as you want it to, which is kind of sad because they're really cute. But we are going to add one back here because they are really cute. And I kind of wanted it to be like a little two-stepper. Ah, so freaking cute. That's exactly how I had it mapped out too. And I really love this. I actually really, really love this section a lot. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at my map. I could do some pathing down there with the houses. I could plot out my orchard. So this area is pretty much all going to be cleared. And I mean, as my pockets stand, they're not too full. Okay, let's do this. We're going to make this area completely clear. So then we can prepare for the orchard. We're going to clear it as much as possible. I'm going to start with chopping the trees because I should be able to pick up all of the wooden resources that come from those. I don't think I have enough pocket storage for all of the flowers on here, so I will have to come back. But I figure, you know, let's make this first trip last or worth it, I guess. I like to do all my chopping at once and then all my gathering at once. Perfect. And I'll have to be careful to try not to pick up any of these flowers as I'm gathering the wood, because I do that sometimes. Oops. And realistically, Rossetti should be able to help with things like this in the future, which is pretty cool. I almost have a feeling though that his services are going to be super expensive, especially if you want to do your whole island. And I only say that because, so Leaf, he has a weeding service, and that weeding service, I can't remember if it's 100,000 or 200,000 bells, but either way, what it does is takes all of the weeds off of your island, which is cool and great, and you can use them how you please. So he doesn't just take them forever. You can sell them, you can use them for recipes, and it's a helpful service, but it's so many bells, and so it just kind of makes me wonder if he's cleaning up custom paths, items, flowers. I can't remember if trees are included. I think trees and bushes are included. How much is that going to cost us? And so at the same time, I'm also thinking, okay, I don't want to like save everything for that, because 3.0 is going to be super helpful, super useful, make life a lot easier on the island where there are some pain points, but I don't necessarily want to wait for all of those updates to start improving the island now. So, especially because I might not be able to afford it. So, we'll see. We'll see whenever it comes out how much the service will be. But for now, it's enjoyable and satisfying to pick them up on your own, place them down. Just kind of that slow grind, you know? Okay, so I have 2 more spots. Let's see, do I have any flowers in 2s? I do not, but I will grab these 2. If you've been watching, you can see that even though you don't have to fill these holes because they will go away eventually, or if you terraform, it'll get rid of them. They tend to be distracting to me, so I usually do get rid of them whenever I'm designing or decorating. Okay, Mira is thinking. I'm sure she's not leaving. Psyched till we drop. Cottontail. Bleh. Cottontail just ain't revving me up like it's supposed to. Oh, she wants to change her catchphrase. So try something else. Yeah, good thinking. If you got any ideas for a sick catchphrase, now's the time. Oh, I wanted her to come up with one because I can't think of one right now. Let's think. What makes sense for her to say? Okay, this probably doesn't make sense for her. Although I feel like it kind of could. I don't know why it came into my head, but I like it. I'm gonna do ka-chow. Cottontail is so cute, though. And maybe I should have said I like it, but I just kind of wanted to interact with her. Cool. So, ka-chow. Is that what we're going with? Yeah. Ka-chow. Bam. Oh, that kind of matches. Okay. I think we got it, ka-chow. Feels good. I knew I could count on you to deliver the goods, ka-chow. Okay, that's funny because, like, she's almost calling me ka-chow. It's alright. See, this is why we got a slingshot. Oh, I forgot my pockets are full. I'll drop it. But see, this is why we got a slingshot. Okay. So, we're gonna drop all these flowers off at the beach. So we can clear our pockets a bit and take care of these other flowers. Oh, I put Cosmos. I couldn't remember which ones I put over there. I'm like somewhat organizing them. Kind of putting like flowers together in case I want to plant some now. Just so I know where to find them easily. Okay, we got 9 there. The sunset's really coming through in the game now. And also in real life. Okay, we'll do a couple more over here. Just trying to maximize my space. Can I do more? Oh, nice. Okay, that was perfect. Beautiful. Got lots of trees in that area. We'll have to make it all neighborhood friendly. Oh, sorry, dung beetle. Oh, wait, let me pick up this present. Let's see what this is. Clay. I'll take that. Heck yeah. All right, let's finish picking up these flowers. Wow, I feel like a lot of progress is being made today. This is crazy. I didn't know that there was going to be so much that we could get done, but I'm super happy that we've been able to focus in and enjoy the process too. A lot of flowers have grown on this island because there's been a lot of snowy days. And I like that we've got some hybrids too. We got some pink lilies. I think we might have one more variant, either orange or maybe black. I can't remember. This is our this is our 4th track. That's kind of crazy. I've had to take a few periodic breaks here and there. I obviously have not been playing for like 4 hours straight. I think this is the last one. Yeah. Wow, look at this empty plot. Very cool. Okay, so taking a look at my map now. Well, the map that I have laid out and also the map in front of me. I don't want to put the orchard too far back. I also don't want to put it too far forward. So. I think it would be cool. Okay, so I think a good place to start the orchard might be like around this area, like kind of where almost the, what's it called? The peninsula starts. So we're going to do each fruit. There are 5, not including coconuts. We're going to do 5, and I want to have at least 2 spaces. Actually, probably just 2 spaces if I want to do pathing in between. Okay, so, and then how far away do we want it from? We'll start here. We'll try it here. Actually, I think I want it to go here. Okay, so first I'm going to make sure that I have enough width. So we have 1. We have 2. We have 3. We have 4. We have 5. Okay, so this is butting up right against it. So I think what I'm gonna do, because I think I like this layout for the orchard. I don't want it too far to the left. I could do one more over. Let's look at the map. Okay, actually, yes, I take that back. We want to do one more over because I don't want there to be a ton of empty space on this left side. I'm thinking I might fill it with just a little bit of fencing or something. And these plots that I'm marking down are exactly where I'm going to plant them. I think it'll be fun because you'll be able to see them on the map, but it also helps me make sure that I am making everything evenly distributed, which is very important to me. Okay. That looks better. I like how that looks. That looks very similar to what I have jotted down. Now, I may end up, I think I'm going to move them back a little bit. You know what? I think it would be nice to be able to see them from kind of the front area of the neighborhood. So let's just take a look really quick. Oh, and we'll probably have signs though. So we have to think, there's going to be a sign right in front of them. Is there going to be enough space for a sign, and then also potentially flower beds and maybe a couple designs? It's going to be tight. It is going to be tight. So let's move them back. Here, let's try this. Let's map out what it would look like for all 3 flowers, for all 3 trees. So let's do, I'm thinking it'll probably be 2 spaces. I don't want them to be too close together. I really don't like that cramped feeling, especially because there's a lot of area back here that we can fill. So let's look at this. Oops, I'm kind of in the way. Okay, that looks perfect to me. That looks perfect to me. It's not too close and it's not too far. I like that. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. you know, it's going to be funny is if I get these all down and I'm going to be like, wait, I need to move it a little bit more. I mean, realistically, if I put the trees down and they grow and I'm like, something about this isn't right, it's not very hard to move fruit trees. So that's great. But I am going to give it my best shot this first time around. For sure. Last one. I'll be curious to see if I feel like this is too close to the cliff still. If it is, I really can just get rid of that a little bit. Let's move over here. Let's check it out. Oh, I think that's super cute. And it looks very similar to my layout, which it doesn't have to, but you know, I kind of had a vision for it, so it's nice to see it come to life. Okay. I think to end things off, we are going to place these, what's it called? Place these lilies on the beach so we can clear our pockets. We are going to grab the fruit that we're going to plant and we're going to plant them so then they can start growing. And then maybe the next time we hang out again, they'll either be fully grown or they'll be almost fully grown. Okay, I couldn't remember if I moved too far back. Okay. This is a lot of lilies, I must say. I probably won't keep all of these on the island, just because I do like to have a good variety. And then we'll put the last one right here. Okay. I'm also going to, again, in the name of cleaning up the pockets, going to sell these pieces of fruit and this weed. The rest of those items, outside of the fossil, of course, we are going to put in our storage. And I got some Nook Miles for that. Okay. Oh. Hello. Yo, time for a semi-professional lesson in reactions from yours truly. This is for when you just can't even. You know what I mean, amigo? It's like when you get so much chocolate on Valentine's Day that you can't even eat it all. So give resignation a try and watch the sympathy roll in. Okay. I learned the resignation reaction. It's okay, I guess. That's funny. I think that this save is the one that I have learned the most reactions in. So let's just take a look really quick. I have finally filled up this whole page. I don't actually know if I've ever done that. Maybe one other time, but I also got the Thanksgiving reactions with it, which I'm not sure I have this time around. So that's really cool to just see, you know, as you play the game a lot, especially naturally, and you talk to your villagers, they will show you those reactions. Okay, apples, cherries, oranges, peaches, and pears. I don't know what order I want to do it in. That's a good question. I feel like I almost want to do them in the order that it feels like they're well known, like almost for their popularity. So I'm thinking maybe like apples, oranges, pear, peach, and cherry maybe? Or I could do cherry peach. It feels right to start with apple and orange and kind of then follow with pear. Oops. That feels right. Apple. Orange. Pear. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do to try to help visualize. I'm going to arrange them in that order in my pockets. See what feels more right. Okay, peaches, cherry, or cherry peaches? I have no idea. Peaches, cherries, or cherry peaches? I think I like peaches, cherries more for whatever reason, so we're just gonna do that. And I think I'm just getting Nook Miles for planting new fruit, because I think I only had several done, not all of them. We'll just go one by one down. Oops, not drop. One by one down the aisle. I'm so excited to see how this turns out. I don't know if I've ever done an orchard like this, and if I have, it's been a very long time. I normally do, this is a very classic and traditional take on the orchard, and I've done maybe some different approaches, like maybe more of a horizontal instead of like vertical, or I've done it more naturally where it's kind of like they're scattered in random places that are asymmetrical but still balanced. So it'll be really intriguing to see how this turns out. Final one. Ah, look at all these little saplings. Feels very good to get these all done and to see how they turn out, because if they don't turn out good, we can just switch it up. Let's collect these Nook Miles too. Fruit roots. Blue Mile's local fruit delicacy is a wonder to be sure, but if you plant new varieties, guess what'll happen? Correct, you'll grow some Nook Miles. What you do with the fruit after that is up to you. Yay! Cool. Make sure my pockets are clean, and I'll hold my little pocketbook. Okay, I think we are gonna wrap it up today. I had a lot of fun. I feel like I got a lot done. I hope that you enjoyed playing along or working along or just chilling along with me, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.